And we are live. Let's give everybody a chance to get on. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We have an ad going on here in the background, but thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Publish Now event. We are so excited. Can't you tell all of the smiles on our faces? Thank you guys so much for joining us. I am Desiree Lee, and I'm the founder of AIB, Author in Business, where we leave no author left behind. What you guys are attending right now is the Publish Now event online book signing, where we are featuring authors worldwide. We're going to be signing ebooks. Can you believe that? And whatever we start, we make sure that we finish it. I'm so happy to announce we have Tony Mapson. Hello, Tony. Good to see you.
Hello, hi
Yes.
everybody.
Hello to all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining. If you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys are sharing this YouTube live stream now with your friends and followers. If you cannot view it on YouTube live stream, make sure you go to our website at deeplyinspires.com/AIB. If you cannot view it there, make sure you guys are going to our Facebook live stream too, as well as we are streaming this live and inviting you guys in. Also, we have Miss Tawana Ross. Hello, Tawana.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you. We are
So
wonderful.
awesome to see you.
We are so excited. The jitters are coming in. I have like 2 cups of coffee already. So as you can see, I'm pumped up. I'm really pumped up, but for a really good reason. Hey, Ruby. We have Ruby Jackson in the house.
Hello.
A is for action. Ruby is a newly published author, and she is joining us with the AIB crew. Yes, no author left behind. We also have LaShawn McKenzie. I have to emphasize the McKenzie. Hello to you. Thank you so much for joining us during this online event. We are excited. We are definitely excited. And we also have Miss Anna Lewis. Hello, Anna.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you. And we're just going to celebrate you. We realize that we move as one, we operate as one, and we get further that way. And so for you guys who are viewing in the audience, we have some great prizes and awards for you too as well. We want to give a special thank you to all of our, we want to give a special thank you to all of our sponsors for this event. Archon Mounts with Mr. Aaron out in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. We are using your devices. We're coming in here. And so please make sure you guys are visiting Archon.com and make sure you use the promo code DeelyInspires to get 20% off. So we're going to be giving those away too as well. Thank you so much to our friends, the Russian Kit, Mr. Billy. He was on Shark Tank. He is an entrepreneur, so he understands everything. But he knows that us authors, we're going to be traveling everywhere, right? And so definitely we want to give a shout out to the Restroom Kid. Thank you for becoming one of our sponsors. And above everything else, we want to say a special thank you to Starbucks. Thank you so much for allowing us the space, the corner, the opportunity to come inside of your place of establishment to highlight authors and feature authors just like what you're seeing down there at the bottom. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys are inviting your friends into this live stream. Make sure you guys are inviting your friends and sharing this out so we can reach as many people as possible and impact lives. Also, you'll see at the bottom of our screens this website. What is that website there for? Because we want you guys to get your ebook signed. So make sure you guys are clicking on that link inside of the YouTube live stream as well. Make sure you guys are clicking that link inside of the YouTube live stream, and so where you can get your books signed via online. Isn't that crazy? That's so crazy. I want to introduce no other, a facilitator, our guest host for this evening, Miss Lisa Halls. What's going on, Lisa?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Super excited to be here.
Absolutely. So, Lisa, can you please just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what it is you do, what books that you have out, and how we're serving our feature authors today?
Absolutely. So the book that I have out, the book that I've written is The Cuts Don't Hurt Anymore, From Abuse to Abundance. I just feel to others that no matter how far you hit rock bottom, you can always come to the top. Um, and just giving back as much as I can to the community. Every book is a concept. We don't I'm here in Arizona, so I'm super excited about that. And like I said, I'm part of this community. I'm here to be part of everybody that is on the panel tonight and all of your hard work. And I'm excited to celebrate with each of you.
Well, I'm excited too. I'm so pumped up because I remember when I first published my book, and I don't know if somebody is watching this right now, but I did it by myself. And it was daunting, it was scary because I started, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'm going to admit to you guys, I really did not know what the heck I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm going to try this. Oh, I want to be on Oprah's book club. Oh, I want to have the big publishing platform. Oh, my dreams were unlimited, and I did not know what to do. And so, with that being said, is that, I had to learn and had some bumps and some stumbles. So, it's really awesome that I have the opportunity now for you guys who are watching to share some of my mishaps, a lot of my mistakes, and to help you guys thrive. But what I did not have, I hope you guys are listening of what I said prior to what I'm about to say. I did it by myself. And what I want to provide is to let people that know that they're not by themselves and there's no author left behind. And so I'm so excited because you're viewing all of our featured authors right now. And we're not doing this by ourselves. Yes, they are featured, but they're celebrating each other in the midst of us all being featured. So thank you guys so much for coming in. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this movement because we are authors in business. And now we want to introduce no other, our first author of the evening, our first author in business, none other than our good friend, Miss Tawana with the capital T, Tawana Ross.
Yay! I love that.
Do that again, okay?
That is
Yes.
awesome.
Hey, how are you, Tawana?
I am so excited. I really am. I am thrilled. And I got to say thank you to you for doing this and for putting this platform together. And, like you said, you did it yourself. I actually had help, but I didn't have a community like this where I could work with other authors in business on how to move forward and leverage our books in the process. And so watching you on Periscope, which is where I first found you many, many months ago, you and Super Nevea, I am just so excited to be here because watching the two of you and then meeting you and now being a part of this event, it's just, I mean, it's full circle, right?
Right. It's definitely full circle. And so you said it right. It's, wow, it's crazy on a medium such as um, Periscope, social media, on how God orchestrates this thing at the perfect timing in order to help each other. So I'm just so proud of you that you started this journey and then you finish it. I'm a big advocate of our sharing our experiences with others. And so that leads me to my first question or our first point of reference in our conversation with one another. As a certified social media brand coach, being that we were on Periscope, right? Live streaming, being that you see so many certified social media branding coaches because branding is a big part of social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, and Pinterest. And and the list can always go on. But what I have not mastered yet is LinkedIn. So what I want you, before you answer that question, I want you to share with them what is the title of your book, and then I want you to answer why LinkedIn as a branding certified branding coach. Like out of all these awesome platforms, why LinkedIn? So
Yeah.
please let us know the title of your book and why you chose LinkedIn.
Sure. So the title of the book is Classes Now in Session, Your 21 LinkedIn Questions Answered. And I actually didn't really choose LinkedIn as my niche initially. I just happened to be someone who learned the platform because at that time in my life, I thought that I needed to find another job. And it was a time in my life where I realized that I actually want to find another job, but I don't know how to do that. And after getting on Monster and Career Builder and all those sites and sending out resumes all day, it became obvious to me that a former coworker who told me that I needed to be on LinkedIn, that actually resonated then. It made sense to me that doing the traditional method of trying to find a job just wasn't as efficient as LinkedIn. So I literally got a crash course in LinkedIn. I spent hours every day on somebody's webinar or reading somebody's book or talking on the phone to an expert. And I quickly realized after about 2.5 months of searching, I had multiple job offers, but not just regular job offers. They were all of better quality and in situations where the salary that I was looking at was way better than where I was prior. And so I saw the benefit of being on LinkedIn. And at the time, and we're only talking 2 years ago, which is significant because 2 years ago, people could not find me online at all. I had no online footprint. I wasn't on Facebook 2 years ago. I wasn't on LinkedIn. I wasn't on Twitter, Instagram. I was nowhere intentionally. And within just a short amount of time, I saw the benefit in LinkedIn. And it's not a sexy platform. It's not like Facebook. You know, people don't log in to see videos of grandkids and cats. It's business and it's professional, so sometimes people ignore it because it's kind of boring. But in this 2 years, I now know that not only is that tool beneficial, but it's because of LinkedIn and my branding on LinkedIn that I now have my own business. I now help my clients who are entrepreneurs, and I also ghostwrite for some celebrities. I have all of that and a #1 best-selling book, all because of LinkedIn. And so I know its power, and my mission is simply to help other people learn the benefit as well, because the downside is when someone is not on LinkedIn, it really does hurt their brand, no matter how great your brand is on other platforms.
Right, right. And so what I really love about it is that I may not be able to get you one-on-one as a certified social media branding coach, and especially if I want to expand on my corporation, my business, and reach more people on another platform. You know, we can be, I look at all these social media platforms as like a jack of all trades, right? I'm good on Instagram, I'm good on Facebook, but I'm not a master of one. But if I'm not a master of one, I can go to the master of LinkedIn and study under my master, or study under this instructor, or study under this teacher, and then be able to maximize on that momentum. We as authors, we like to say, nobody's buying our book. Nobody wants to, read our books. It's hard to sell, but it really isn't. It's you mastering. Hey, look, let me take all of my wisdom, everything I've learned, the mistakes I made, and put it in this book, and let me attend this class because it's now in session. So if you guys are watching this right now, make sure you guys are clicking that link at dleeinspires.com/AIB. Make sure you guys get this copy of the book, because what you're witnessing is that her coaching classes may be $500 an hour, but you can definitely get a head start by purchasing her book, right here on Amazon.com. And then make sure you don't leave. Make sure you don't forget to leave that Amazon book review. Let her know what you guys believe in it, how it helped you, what did you take from it, because all that does is for authors help us make the next book that much greater, that much better. But you can also click on her name on our website to get your ebook signed. That is insane. So if you're tuning in with us right now, you are joining the Publish Now event online book signing. You're hearing from Tawana Ross. She is a best-selling Amazon author. She just shared on what platforms her mistakes. She said, I went on Monster. I went over here on Craigslist. I went here until I found my medium, my comfort zone, where I had to dig deep and bury my roots here on LinkedIn, and this is what it does for me. And now she has the opportunity to share with so many other people what she learned for you two to now become the master. I mean, heck, if your book is about business, I know it's not a sexy platform to wanna. I heard you, girl, and it's not. But if we are to reach out to other entrepreneurs and small businesses like ourselves, then use LinkedIn, okay? And become a master of that. Just because I don't see what's good about it does not mean it does not work. And you might be hindering somebody else's blessing. You might be delaying someone else's purpose because you don't like this platform, okay? You don't like LinkedIn. And so you want to make sure you utilize that and make sure you go through that. Lisa, do you have any questions for Tawana? I mean, because this is a good conversation. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and set up my LinkedIn account while I'm on this online book signing.
I don't have my LinkedIn account, and I didn't realize the importance of it. I just thought, oh, it's just another social media app that people don't go to. But you have taught me so much about the LinkedIn website and the importance of having it for business. So I will definitely be going and figuring out how to update it. It's all foreign to me still, so I gotta learn it. But I'm excited. How long have you been writing?
Well, actually, funny story. I've only been writing now, other than like college essays and papers and things like that, I have only written publicly now for 2 years. And my very first piece was published on LinkedIn. And what's significant about that is, well, a few things. But in 2014, LinkedIn had a publishing platform that was still fairly new, but at the time it was only open and available to LinkedIn's influencers and some of the high-profile people out there. It definitely was not available to the masses on the platform. But because of one tip in particular that I constantly tell people about, I am always reminding people that if you send a connection request on LinkedIn, make sure you always personalize that connection request. It is critical that you take the time to always personalize your connection request. Even if you're sending one to your mama, still take the time to personalize it. And it's because I did that when I sent a connection request, which I didn't expect to actually, have anything occur as a result, but I sent a connection request to the CEO of LinkedIn just to let him know that I just arrived on the platform. I had only been on there for a few months, but I had multiple job offers, and I thought the platform was pretty awesome, and I just wanted to thank him for it. So I sent that personalized connection request on a Friday afternoon, and Monday morning I had an email in my inbox from LinkedIn saying, hey, our editor-in-chief wants to interview you. And so I spoke to LinkedIn just a couple of days later, all as a result of that personalized connection request. And it was in that conversation where they offered me a spot on the publishing platform, which was at that time still fairly new. So that's where I wrote my very first piece, and it was published on LinkedIn. And everything that I've done since has also been published on LinkedIn. So for anyone that is looking for ways to really build their brand on a professional network, the publishing platform is, in my opinion, one of the best tools that you have available to you, and it's free. So my advice would be use that and see what happens as a result. You'd be surprised.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut over. I mean, she's absolutely right. You have to be personalized. I mean, and it's on LinkedIn. You're right. It's on every platform. I mean, like seriously, because Tawana, you said starting off that I bet you on, Periscope, but it wasn't until hey, and Super Nevea, you're part of her life. Like she says, Auntie T. That's what she calls you if you didn't know already.
That's
Auntie
awesome.
T. She calls Lisa Auntie Lisa. So all of you guys are aunties to her. Okay, if you guys didn't know already, the AIB ladies are all auntie, right?
That's so
So
awesome.
yeah, I remember her book. I'm excited, and so it is personalized, and when we know each other by name and not by social media handles, it goes that much further, and you just don't know. What if you didn't reach out to this man?
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing that people miss about LinkedIn. It's a networking platform. I see a lot of people that are trying to sell their product on LinkedIn all day, every day, and that's all they're doing is pushing a product. But what they miss about the platform is that it's a networking tool. And it's more importantly, it's a business networking tool. And in order to do business with someone, in order for someone to buy from you, they have to know, like, and trust you. And they're not going to know, like, and trust you when you don't take the time to build that relationship. And what a great platform to be able to do that.
Right. Oh my gosh. The key words you said in that whole mini paragraph that you just said there, I'm excited, is business. And so if you are an aspiring author, and maybe you're an author, she said this is a business, and people only do business with other businesses, the people who they know. So how do you expect me to buy your coffee if we don't have no relationship? How do you expect me to say I may not need LinkedIn, but if we build that relationship, she's not pushing the product to me because I don't need LinkedIn, right? It's not congruent with my business. But I might go into a speaking engagement. I might go over here and they say, I just haven't figured out LinkedIn. I said, oh, I know the perfect person, my friend, Tawana Ross. And so even though, don't get hung up when you are talking with somebody or having that relationship if they don't buy from you. But if they're your friend, if they have a relationship with you, if you guys talk often, if you're concerned about each other, you want to see each other grow, you're more likely to refer them 10 people than getting paid from this one person. So just because
Mhm.
that one person may not buy from you does not mean that you don't have a valuable product or a valuable purpose or a valuable brand. But if you focus on building it, that one person that didn't buy from you, that didn't buy your book, may say, I may not need it, but I know someone who does. Absolutely. So what has being an author, what does that mean for you, Tawana? What does being an author mean for you, especially an author in business?
It means so much. I mean, really, I didn't know what to expect, and even though I was told what the experience would be like, when I got the phone call from my coach, and actually I got two phone calls. The first phone call was, congratulations, you're a best-selling author, and the second phone call was, congratulations, you're a #1 best-selling author. And I was so not prepared for that moment or that experience, because writing a book was never my dream. This was not something that I grew up thinking about. It was not even an idea of mine in September when I first talked to my coach about this. So between September and December is how long we spent working on the book. So I didn't have time to sort of build up to this moment and know what to expect. But I guarantee you that because the book went #1 within 6 hours of being launched, I had to learn very quickly how to completely reposition myself in the marketplace, because having a #1 best-selling book means that you get a whole different kind of phone call, and the phone calls that you get lead to opportunities that I had not been exposed to prior. And I am a professor, I am a teacher, I am a teacher, so I do get paid to speak. But having a #1 best-selling book just makes those opportunities a lot more lucrative. And so I encourage anyone who is thinking about writing a book, stop thinking about it and just do it, because it opens doors that you would not believe. And I actually told my coach the day he called me and spoke to me about the book for the first time, I said the words, "I am not a writer." I told him that. And so to be able to go from having the mindset of I'm not a writer to now being a #1 best-selling author in a very short amount of time just proves that if this is something you're thinking about doing, if you simply take the first step and do it, you know, you could see these kinds of opportunities.
I think we froze. Did we freeze, guys? Did she freeze for a second there? Okay, so she is absolutely right. Tawana, are you back with us? Because
I am, yes.
Finish your thought, honey, because I was all engulfed in it. Yes, you said about becoming a writer. We left off about becoming a writer and those opportunities and what your coach has shared with you. I need you to finish that thought, honey, because y'all don't know, I'm writing notes. Okay, we're in this whole thing together, honey.
I was just saying that having a #1 best-selling book opens doors that aren't necessarily there otherwise, and it's a totally different phone call that I receive than, you know, what I used to get as a speaker, and so I really do encourage anyone to take the first step and write the book. It is not as daunting as we made it out in our head to be, so do it. It's so worth it.
It really is. It definitely is. High five and hand clap for that. We're tearing down illusions and breaking barriers, and I just applaud you for the courage, because at one time you probably thought that too, like, oh my gosh, I need all of this, I need all of that. So I just really am grateful for your coach, for him being obedient to pour into your life to inspire so many people. So again, if you're viewing this for the first time, we're about to give away some gifts, so thank you so much. The person who shares the most will definitely win a prize. I hope you guys have been listening, because I am going to ask you a question, and whoever answers correctly first, we're going to be checking in the chat box here on the YouTube live stream. So make sure you guys are answering the question. We are live streaming also from Periscope too as well, and Facebook Live, so you guys have a chance to win as well. Okay, so you guys are not missing out for you guys who are watching us on other live stream platforms. Tawana, before we let you go to sign some more ebooks, can you please let the people know where can they go to acquire your services? Where can they go to have you take a deeper look in their LinkedIn? Because we all can make a LinkedIn account. But what I don't want our viewers to get in the habit of is making it and doing it the wrong way. I like to do things right the first time. So where can we go to connect with you if we want you to take a deeper look, and where we can maximize it and become Amazon bestsellers and talk to the president of LinkedIn and just really get a better understanding on how to connect with other other influencers on LinkedIn?
Well, the first place, of course, would be LinkedIn. So for anyone who's currently on LinkedIn, send me a personalized connection request. But I want you to put D. Lee somewhere in that connection request, just so that I know that you were on this event and you saw this, so that I can, you know, figure out how you know me, and I will accept that if it's personalized. You can also find me on Facebook at My Coach Tawana. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at My Coach Tawana as well. And my website is thelinkedinprofessor.com. And on that website, you'll see a link for my book as well as my LinkedIn podcast. And I highly, highly suggest that you check out the podcast on iTunes, because that podcast will give you an idea of what people think about you when you are not on LinkedIn as a business person. So please feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you so much for that, Tawana. I really appreciate that. So again, make sure you guys, you heard her correctly. When you connect with her on LinkedIn, put in D Lee, okay? Put in D Lee so she knows exactly where you come from, so she knows what level of expectation you're at, so she knows the best way that she can serve you. Also, if you can't wait to hear from her, just then, like, hey, look, Tawana, I know you're on here. I know you're on the online book signing right now, and I just want a piece of you right now. Make sure you guys are going to dleeinspires.com/AIB. Purchase your copy. Okay, class is now in session. LinkedIn, the LinkedIn coach, the LinkedIn queen, the LinkedIn master. Okay, make sure you guys are connecting with her and click on her name to get your ebook signed today. Thank you so much, Tawana, for joining us. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Congratulations for
Thank you.
becoming, you're welcome, for becoming an author in business, also a best-selling author at that too as well, and also becoming #1 multiple times. We appreciate you. Now we want to give away some gifts and surprises. Can we do that? That's what we want to do. So Lisa, are you ready to give away something? Because I'm in the spirit of giving. Are you?
Let's do it.
What are we going to give away first? Are we going to give away an ebook now session, or should we give away archive mounts? Should we give away a book, a copy of my book? I don't know. What are we doing?
Let's see the Archon mount. Let's see that one first.
Archon mount. Oh my gosh, you're going to flip out.
If they don't have an Archon mount yet, they need one.
Yes, if they don't have an Archon mount, you guys definitely need one. If you do not win today, don't worry, don't fret. Please make sure you go to archon.com, put in the promo code DLeeInspires for 20% off, so you still win. Okay, you guys still win. All right, so the first question, let's go ahead. Lisa, are you looking at the comments on YouTube? Are you looking at the comments on the live stream on YouTube? Because that's what they have to do. They have to comment on YouTube. So I hope they're paying attention. Okay? Yes, Anna is definitely going to be on. Anna, they're already waiting for you, honey. They're like, oh my gosh, is Anna going to be on? I'm looking on Periscope. I'm looking on Facebook Live. They're like, is Anna going to be on? Somebody said, what about LaShawn? When is she coming on? Hey, guys, every author is going to be on here live, and we're celebrating each other. So you don't want to miss out on this offer. All right, so the first question is, what is the first thing you have to do when you get on LinkedIn? What is the first thing you need to do when you get on LinkedIn? I hope you guys have been listening to Tawana Ross. What do you need to do? What's the most important factor on LinkedIn? You can do it. She said everybody sells. Everybody's pushing a product, but you need to do what? You need to do what? So make sure you guys are putting in the comment box. We're going to be looking down to see who is the winner of, let me pull it out. Of Archon mounts, okay? So we have Archon mounts giveaways to give to you guys. So make sure you guys are answering that question. We're going to connect with you. We're going to get your address too as well, or where to ship it out. Thank you guys so much for joining. So if you're here right now, you are witnessing the first, the biggest, that forever, the online book signing with all of our featured authors here, Publish Now event, online book signing. So put the answer inside of the comment box. Above, what else? What do you need to do when you get on LinkedIn? What do you need to do when you get on LinkedIn? Besides pushing a product, what is one of the most important things to do on LinkedIn? Hey, Lisa, are you ready for the next author? Who's the next author? Who are we celebrating?
We are going to celebrate Anna.
I hope you guys. Oh, Circles Nicole. She got it. Make sure you guys are putting the answer inside of the. I'm sorry, you guys. We have so many streams going on right now. I can't even keep up with this thing. Okay, make sure, Nicole, you put the answer inside the YouTube live stream so we can connect with you. Anna is going next. So if you're viewing this on Periscope, if you're viewing this on Facebook Live, come here on the YouTube live stream to connect with us. Anna, are you ready? Please unmute yourself, honey.
I am so ready.
Ding dong. Answer your doorbell, lady.
I am so ready. I'm excited.
We are excited to have you here too as well, and everybody on here is like so pumped. They're crazy. Right now we have so many viewers watching us, and they're like, when is Anna coming on? I want to see this lady. So we're happy to have you here with us today. So if you can, just tell us a little bit about what it is that you do, what is it that you do? What's the name of your book?
The name of my book is The Stand Up Teen Mom: A Guide to Becoming a Success. And basically, my book is it's a self help guide, but it's also really to encourage teen moms, but not only teen moms, to encourage, well, actually to help prevent teen pregnancies, as well as help teen moms exceed expectations and break those barriers.
Wow, 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 wow. Hands up for that. And you know what you said that really resonates with me. Like, I never experienced that as a teen. However, we make a lot of mistakes as teenagers, you know.
Right.
And to me, it's like, hey, look, it's not a mistake. You know, any child that is born is definitely not a mistake. But if I can tell you how to get around this hump faster, or if I could tell you, show you that, and be that light, and be that piece of hope that there's light under the tunnel, then why not? It means so
Right.
much to me. You know, we face limitations, but we just put a different name on the limitation or the struggle we might face. And, you know, being a teen mom, what's that for you? Did you experience a lot of, like, backlash? Or did you experience, like, people, like, you know, saying how bad you are or you shouldn't have done that? Was that your experience?
Well, actually, yes, I did face many people who came against me, but I did also have the support as well. But for me, I was a pastor's daughter, so that was something that made it way harder because people were looking at me because I was supposed to be the example to other children in the church. So being that I was young and I got pregnant, people were like, who is this girl? Like, she's the pastor's daughter and this is who's representing them, and things like that. So yes, I did. I even faced people who said, hey, I want you to get an abortion. You're not gonna make it, and people do that, and it's crazy, but yes, they truly do that. And I also suffered from some mental issues as well. So it's a lot, and I'm sure even just, being a mother, mothers understand that it is hard.
Right. It is hard. It is hard. But what about those who lighten that load? That even though it was hard, who was there? Who was there? That even though it was hard, how did you get through it? Because you're right. It is hard. Just being as a mother, but a teen mom on top of that. But Anna, you don't look like what you've been through. So, did you do this
No.
by yourself, or was
No.
there was people around you? How did that lighten the load? Like, what did you do? What was the secret?
For one, it's staying close to God,
Wow. Yes.
because without Him, I would not be in this position or any other position. And also, I did definitely have the support of my parents, but I understood that not everyone had that. And I also understood that though you have people around you, you can still feel lonely. And that's what true loneliness is having a million people around, but still feeling like you have no one there. And I was in that place.
Wow. You're right. You're right. And that is, loneliness. It really is. It's having everyone around you. It's still like, okay, everybody's around me, but I still feel like I'm going through this by myself.
Right.
So the what I want to say is, if you're watching this right now, this has resonated with you, make sure that you guys are inviting your friends to hear this story, to hear this, because I'm sure that she's going to have some more in detail of how she made it through inside of her
Yeah.
book. If you guys want to go ahead and purchase your copy now, her book is available in pre-sale. However, she is still able to sign your books today. And we are here. You are watching this in the Publish Now live event online book signing. So make sure you guys are clicking at dailyinspires.com/AIB to get a copy of your book, because you might know of a young person that might be at a position, or they might have a lot of people around them and they're still alone. And we are really good at hiding our mask and putting this front on that we're okay because we have a lot of people around us, we're still okay. So if not for you, get the book for someone else. Get the signature for someone else because she is here to let other young people know that they are not in this by themselves. And so, if you want to, if somebody wants to invite you to a speaking engagement, if somebody wants you to speak to their group of teen girls with etiquette, with self-esteem, where can they reach you, Anna?
They can definitely reach me on Facebook. And I have a page called Author Anna L. And also, I have a website. It is bit.ly / author Anna the author. And you can go on there. It definitely has my phone number because I want people to definitely be able to reach me, and connect with me. And not even just people who want me to speak, but teen moms as well. I want you to contact me and say, hey, I'm going through this and I need help with this. And I'm willing to talk. Hey, I got time to talk.
Right, Lisa. Lisa, does this resonate with you? I mean, this is powerful. What do you think? Do you have, any thoughts, or anything to say with Anna or any questions? Because I don't know about you, but this definitely resonates with me, and I know the viewers are like, "OMG!" I'm not saying that I'm glad that you went through this, Anna, but at least I can find comfort in my struggle that I'm not by myself. What do you think, Lisa?
I was definitely a teen mom as well. I was a late teen mom, but I did it by myself. I didn't have lots. I didn't have any support until later on when my family accepted it. But it was hard for them to accept it because I had a child out of wedlock, and having a child out of wedlock that wasn't accepted in my family. And so I can definitely relate to you. But and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how far you've come. I'm proud of where you are today and the strength that you have. Tell us what you're doing now. What are you doing now, and who are you reaching out to? I know that I've seen you on Facebook speaking, but share with everybody what it is that you're doing.
Well, right now, I have more in store as far as the books come along. I will be having a workbook that will be coming out right after the book releases. And also, I'm definitely going to speak to different, teen mom groups to definitely encourage them like, hey, you have no excuse. I don't care what your situation is. Well, I care. Let me not say that. I care what your situation is. But it doesn't matter what your situation is. You can definitely still do this. And like you said, you're even an example. Hey, look at Lisa. She has done it. She has made it still. She has overcome her obstacles and she has made it. And I'm like I said, I'm going to speak to different teen mom groups as well as having more coming out. And also in the back of my book, there is resources by state. So not only will you get the help, and I can definitely walk you through it, but now you can also, if you're across in New York and because I'm in California, you can definitely have a resource there, someone to call to get help.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's awesome. And so as far as your workbook, tell us about your workbook a little bit more, about what that's going to be including.
You said say that again?
The workbook. And you have the
Yes, no, I can hear you now. The workbook will it's going to go along with the book, and it's actually so that you can have for me, I needed something visual to write down and see every single day to remind me of what I needed to do. And so the workbook goes along, but it's more of a guide to helping you plan your life as well and get things in order, set goals, even set affirmations for yourself, because I want to help build self-confidence. And that's one thing that a lot of teen moms lack. Their self-esteem has dropped tremendously because they don't feel accepted. They don't feel wanted. They feel like the outcast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that workbook is such a phenomenal idea. for teen moms to be able to, like you said, write their feelings down and write down what they're going through, but also to look back to see
Right.
how far they've come.
Exactly.
See how far they've come from where they are today or at that moment, and to be able to build their strength from there.
Right.
So,
And it will also be available in Spanish.
wow, that's awesome.
Yes. I had to, I definitely had to do my research, and I did notice that even out in other countries, in South America and things like that, the rates for teen pregnancies are sky high. And so I definitely want to reach out to those who do speak a different language than I do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you reach out to those who feel like even they're, who feel like having an abortion or don't want to face being parents, being a teen mom?
Yes, I definitely do. I definitely talk through and will help walk teens through those process of making the decision of, do I want to keep my baby or do I not? I definitely believe in pro-life, because I believe that, you can make it, but I do understand that everyone's situation is different.
Right.
And sometimes some people cannot take the pressure.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. So if you guys are just now tuning in with us, please make sure you are sharing this out with your friends and followers. Anna, I commend you. I commend you. We celebrate you, feature author, AIB, author in business, especially to reach other people out in other countries. It is a global thing. So congratulations to you, Anna. I greatly appreciate you. So again, if you want to connect with Anna, invite her out to anywhere in the world, here, especially in the USA, and speak to your group of girls. Make sure you guys are connecting with her, authorannal.com. Okay? Thank you guys so much. We're about to give away another gift. So, if you guys are viewing this here on Periscope, if you're also viewing here on Facebook live stream too as well, we have a question. Okay, so what is it? Where did Anna have support, or did she not have support? Did Anna have support? True or false? The person that answers correctly first, true or false? Did Anna have support as a teen mother? True or false? The first person to ask that question, they will receive a $10 Amazon gift card. So I hope you guys are responding, for you guys who are watching us on live stream on YouTube.com. Thank you guys, and we want to celebrate our viewers too as well. So thank you guys so much. So the true or false, the first person that answers correctly, we will definitely contact you, get your mailing address, and make sure we send out your Amazon gift card, your $10 Amazon gift card. Okay? Yes, we are excited. Thank you so much. So the next person that we definitely want to bring on and celebrate, none other, this lady holds a special place in my heart, and this is why she holds a special place in my heart. She doesn't even know it, but I'm going to bring her in. I'm going to ring her doorbell in just a second. Okay, so what I'm just really, really proud about is we always talk about writing a book about our stories, right? And we always talk about that's the first book that we want to write about, and the first book that we want to share, and this any other. But this lady has wrote a book about the business that she's in real estate. And when you think about real estate, you think about selling the house, you think about buying the house, you think about all these different things in regards to real estate, right? Credit and all this stuff. But we never pay attention of the decor, okay? And it's always about presentation. So if you really want to sell your house, and you might think you need all of these things and all these hiccups and all this other kind of stuff just to get your book sold, just to get your house sold, you definitely want to make sure you check out this lady. You definitely want to make sure you get this book, honey, because we have no other, a sister from another mother. I admire her so much. Her children are doing great. Okay, when I saw how old, I think it's her son and her daughter, I was like, no way. She looks like she's barely 30. Like she looks like she's under 30. She's doing it well. And I was like, she's doing this and doing that and doing this. Oh my gosh, I need that energy drink. She's drinking. LaShawn, are you here, honey? Go ahead and unmute your. Hey, LaShawn.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello, LaShawn McKenzie. Thank you so much for being a featured author. You are so beautiful. I'm so proud of you, of where you came from so far. Oh, you're welcome. I did my best, honey. I did my best. Okay. So, LaShawn, tell us a little bit about yourself for those who are viewing you for the first time, those who are watching this on the replay. Let them know.
Well, I am a property stylist. I'm also a licensed real estate agent, and I'm located in San Francisco Bay Area. And what I do is I provide home staging strategies, local and virtual, to individuals who are looking to increase the potential value in their home. So I do that by helping them stage their properties or giving them the blueprint on how they can stage their properties themselves.
Oh, you can't hear me.
Okay.
That is amazing. I'm over here like, oh my gosh, that is so super cool. I always wanted to be a real estate agent, but I was like, oh, it's just too much. Is it really difficult to get in the business, and how did you find your mark as a property stylist?
I don't believe that it's too difficult to get into the business. If you have a creative eye, you can definitely do this. I actually have always been really interested in making things pretty. When I was in middle school, my mom bought me a home decor, a interior design book, and it was filled with beautiful pictures of homes and rooms and paint swatches and all kinds of things that were just beautiful. And I knew right then that that's what I wanted to do. So as far as getting into the property styling aspect of it, my husband is a real estate investor, and so he would hire, home stagers to stage his properties. And I thought, I could do this. Just give me the chance. I can do this. And it took some convincing, and finally he let me stage one of his properties. He gave me a small investment to get the inventory that I would need. And so I staged the property, and he said, I'm actually getting compliments on my staging. I've never gotten compliments before. So I thought, ding, 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 I could probably do something with this. So from then I was getting calls, and I didn't even think that this would be a business for me. I was getting referrals. I didn't even have a business card or a website. So I said, I should probably make this, a business, because it's something that I'm passionate about. So.
Wow. So you take the whole word publish now to a whole nother word, because we think we need a certain amount of money. We think we need a certain amount of, clientele. We think we need a certain amount of whatever we got in our heads, And for you to say that as an expert, this is your field, this is what you went to school for, to say, look, having what I needed wasn't even in my thought process. I just want to start and then figure it out later. Even the guy from Virgin Mobile, he always says that. Never say you don't know how to do something. Just say, yeah, I know how to do it, and then figure it out later. Because you don't want to miss out on those opportunities, but better yet, to really make that experience of somebody buying a new home that much more pleasant. I mean, I can say as a first-time home buyer, it's overwhelming, and just to be able to walk in, to see the place as your own, makes it that much more comfortable. So, how in the world, how is it that you're a professional stylist? We know how you got in the business. Your husband's a real estate agent too as well. I just really applaud him for opening up the opportunity giving your investment for you to be able to expound upon your creativity and to just pour your heart on and say, okay, wow, I really, really enjoy this. But how does that go inside with you becoming a published author? Like, how did you even get the idea of a book?
Well, the majority of my clients are real estate agents, and I hear their stories and I hear them complaining. I don't want to say complaining, let me change that. I hear their problems that they may be having with convincing their buyer or their sellers to actually stage their property. They say they don't see the value in it. And so I thought, I've always wanted to write a book. I enjoy writing. I've written articles. I've written for blogs before, but I thought, in the back of my mind, I thought, who's going to want to read a book, by me? What am I going to write about? And then I saw you, and I thought, this is the perfect opportunity for me to write something. So I wasn't quite sure exactly how I was going to do it, but in hearing these stories, I saw that there was a need. And so I thought that I would write this book from the perspective of a buyer, a potential buyer, and from the perspective as a home stager. So, as a buyer, in my book, I don't sugarcoat it for you. I'm telling you, the buyer doesn't want to see your cluttered home. The buyer doesn't want to see, chipping paint. And then I come in a little softer side as the stager, and I give you tips and suggestions on how you can actually style your home so that it appeals to buyers.
That's awesome because a lot of people, we're not in that field or in the industry, so it does take someone else to let us know those little tips that will make the biggest impact. We think that we need just the outside, okay, keep the grass cut in order to do that, and we forget that the way we live is not how everybody else lives. Right. So for you to emphasize that inside of your book, I think it's awesome because your book is a silent ambassador for your character, your brand, your expertise, and what it is that you do. And so even though you're in the Bay Area of California, that can definitely help somebody all the way here in Georgia or South Florida or New York City. Those principles apply around the world for anyone who's in the market of selling or buying a home. So I just want to commend you and thank you so much. That will definitely increase your cash flow. You hear the ching-chings all the time. Okay, cha-ching. You're like, thank you, LaShawn. So they need to add that sound behind your name. They said, LaShawn came to stage my house, honey. They said, do you hear that? Oh my gosh, where did that come from, right? So absolutely, we have to get it done. So make sure you guys are going to dleeinspires.com/AOB and purchase your copy of her book. Below you will see her name. Make sure you guys are also clicking on her name so she can autograph it. And she can definitely tell you, give you a personalized autograph. LaShawn, can I ask you one more question? There might be somebody who's an expert, or they might be that person who is in real estate and wants to expand in their market. By any chance, do you offer like maybe a course or a session or a one-on-one consulting if somebody's looking to be in that same industry and they can definitely learn from you?
Absolutely. I definitely offer one-on-one consulting. If anyone is interested, you can definitely go to my website, accenthomestaging.com, and send me your information, and we can talk about how you can either get into the business, you can work with me, or I can give you information on where to start. Because I did it the hard way, so I want to give you the easy way, the best way to get into the business.
Right, absolutely, and it's always better to learn. I'm not saying that thank God for your mistake, but it's definitely always better to learn from those who are experienced and wiser, because then that's how you'll be able to go much further and make the greatest impact possible. So again, accesshomestaging.com, right? Did I get it right? Okay, accesshomestaging.com. Make sure you guys are connecting with LaShawn, okay, because it's better to learn from someone who has your best interest in mind. Like, hey, I went through these mistakes, and I have your best interest, and I don't want you guys to experience that either. Also, make sure you guys are clicking on the link dleeinspires.com/AIB to get your book signed and to purchase a copy of that book. Lisa, do you have any thoughts to share or anything that you would like to share with LaShawn?
Sean, I think that's awesome what you're doing. And how do I hire you to come and stay at my house?
Are you in California?
No, I'm in Arizona, so I'm just right next door.
I can definitely help you in Arizona as well. I do virtual styling. So you just send me the space that you need staged, or you want to style if you're living in your home and you're not selling it. And I can do the virtual styling for you, send you a blueprint, send you a list of vendors where you can find those items and stage it yourself or style your home yourself.
Wow.
Virtual styling, and do you do that for everybody, like all over, or is it certain states?
All right.
Do you do that for everybody, like all over the world, or is it just for states that are close by?
Yes. I mean, virtual staging was a way for me to be able to reach a larger market. I wanted to be able to go beyond the San Francisco Bay Area without physically having to travel to each state or wherever. So that is definitely something that I was, focused on doing.
Wow. That is awesome.
Thank you.
How do you balance being an author and doing real estate and staging? How do you balance all that?
The author part of it was kind of spur of the moment for me, So I'm still trying to get that into my schedule. But really, so far, I've been able to balance everything pretty easily. I have help, I have my mom and my kids and my husband, so I don't have too much stress about my cluttered schedule. But it's all working out really well.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Right. And you know what I really, really like about what she said is she took the limits off, guys. She said, hey, look, if I can't get to you, we're going to do the virtual styling for you. So there is really no excuse in your passion and your idea. She took action. She took action. And we're going to give the drums. Okay, for action. I am so happy to hear that from you, because a lot of times we think that we want to stay stuck in our space. Just like Anna was saying, hey, I'm going to other countries. LaShawn said, I'm going to other countries. And we're all self-published authors. So this is not coming from a publishing company. This is not coming from this and the other. The difference between a publishing company and what we provide our community, not me as a company, not my company as a company, but as a community. The authors in business as a community is to where we expand, help each other expand, and take those limits off. There's probably somebody watching this right now and saying, I want to go here, I want to go there, and I think I have to get a sponsor, airplane sponsor, this and the other. No. You could do it virtually and get to everyone around the world and still make an impact. You could still publish your book and reach as many people as possible and still make an impact. You can still increase your bottom line in your company and still make an impact. So is it a story you write about? No. Is it just an experience you write about? No. Is it your business that you write about? No. Do you need to know a certain level or have a certain level of expertise to write? No. You have fantasy novels. You have scientific novels. You have things about entrepreneurship, branding. You're hearing from so many different authors from so many different genres, and they're still making an impact worldwide, and you can too. So if you're interested in publishing your book today and publishing it now, like LaShawn said, hey, I just did it now, it's for a minute, let me just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and make sure you're using the promo code I'm ready. Also, make sure you purchase a copy of her book, LaShawn, and accenthomestaging.com to connect with her as soon as possible. And if you want to meet any of these authors, their contacts and information is definitely on our website at dleeinspires.com/AIB. Thank you so much, LaShawn. She is about to go sign some books, you guys. I am so super excited. We still have some more authors to introduce to you. If you guys are watching this via live stream, if you guys are watching this on YouTube Live, on Facebook Live, make sure you guys are attending this online book signing. And she is autographing books today. I am excited and pumped up at the same time. I'm so sorry. I pressed the wrong button, and I wanted to give some hand claps. All right. All right. The next author that we have coming up is Ruby. You know, we want to talk about action. This is a great way, a great segue to go to the next author, Ruby Jackson. You know, you got to emphasize the Jack, okay? Ruby Jackson. A for action. Okay, she is a now one of a best-selling author. Okay, she is definitely a best-selling author where she has her book available on Amazon.com right now for pre-sale. She is on the top 10 already, and she is taking action and moving forward very super, super fast. So, Ruby, hey, how are you? Ding dong. Are you there, Ruby?
Hi, Desiree. Hi.
Ruby.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I was clapping at the same time, so I'm so sorry.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for joining us here on this live stream. Congratulations to you for taking action, honey. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do, and who is that person that should read your book?
Yes, so I am Ruby Jackson for everyone watching and who hasn't met me. Hello, I just want to say hi to all the happy, beautiful, powerful people out there. And I am a running specialist and a coach and an author. And I believe my book is for the runner and all of us. So Desiree, we kind of talk about life, and everybody has a metaphor for life in different ways. You know, life could be a song, life could be, a pendulum. For me, life is a journey and a race. And my book is for those people who resonate with that feeling that life is a race, that life is a journey. And they know that they're on this path. They know that they have a place to go. They know they're somewhere in purpose. However, they've stopped. They've been paralyzed by fear. They've found themselves, just stuck and not sure where to go. And my book is about just getting rid of that fear. It's about learning to get the right things moving, because as a running coach, right, I could stand here and I can move my arms really fast, but I'm not going anywhere. And sometimes that's what we're doing in life. We're trying to make movement on things, and we're standing here moving our arms really fast. But my book teaches how to just get the right things moving, whether it's your speech, whether it's your actions, whether it's the things that you put in front of you. So my book is absolutely for the runner specifically, and then also the runner and all of us, and the person who just connects with that life is a race, life is a journey story.
I'm so sorry, because you're right. Because look, in my first beginning stages of entrepreneurship, I was running, and I was running really fast, and I was running in place.
Right.
And that was the most frustrating thing or experience ever, because you're like, oh, I gotta grind and shine, and oh, I'm going to do it, and if I want to win this race that I am in, and we all create our own races. Sometimes we're our only competitor. There's nobody else running in this race with us but us. And to be able to get your book, A's for Action, to get clear on not just to run in place, but to where to put or exert our energy in. I definitely want to get those 6 steps. Okay, step 1, you got your tennis shoes. Step 2, get your water. Step 3, because oftentimes when we started, like we heard from LaShawn, the great thing is that when she started and jumped out there, even though she didn't have a business card, even though she didn't have a website, she went running and it worked. But what about those who started that and they're running in place? They don't know which steps to take. So can you tell us what are 1 or 2, maybe 6 steps that somebody who's watching this right now, they could take if they're feeling like they're running in place right now? What 2 steps can they take getting out of the circle?
So if you feel like you're running in place, and Desiree, that's really a great question. If that's you and you feel like you're running in place, usually you're in the wrong race and you have the wrong environment around you. It could be perhaps people that you need to drop and get rid of. And I know we have, these friends out here that we love our friends, but sometimes the people that are around us just are not the people that are, helping us to get to success and helping us get to the people that we want to get, the places we want to get to. So the first thing I would coach people is kind of look at where you are. Look at the pace group that you're running in. So whether we're talking about a runner that wants to run, from a 12-minute mile to a 10-minute mile, to get up there and to get faster and at another level, you have to decide, I'm going to leave this group of people where I'm comfortable at in this 10-minute mile pace, 12-minute mile pace, and go to the 10-minute mile. And it may be uncomfortable and it may be tough. And it's the same thing in life, right? I have to look around and see, okay, is this person here that I spend a lot of my time with, or is the social networking, the people that I'm talking to, are they really helping me get to where I want to be? And is this group that I'm working with, where I'm pacing and setting pace with, is that where I want to be? Or do I need to move and join a group that's setting pace, that's going faster, that's in a direction where I want to go? So that would be the first thing I would say, is look at your environment. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable and move yourself to a new pace group, move with people who are running and focused on doing and going to the same places that you want to go.
Wow. I mean, does that resonate with you, Lisa? Like, I see your head shaking, like giving some amens virtually over there. I see you giving some amens, honey.
I sure am. I really like what you said, Ruby, about are you running with the right people, right? Are you running with those who are going to take you to the next level? Are you running with those who are you running with those who are holding you back from your dreams? And, it's so important for us to reset often, the people in our circle and who we're running with. And I just love your 6 steps. I love everything that you're doing. I love your book. And I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. And
they need to get the book, Lisa. They need to get this book.
I'm going to get the book tonight.
Okay. They need to get this book tonight. They need to get this book right now because, they're always talking about, hey, with our success and we're listening to motivational speakers and this and the other. They need to get the book right now. You guys can go to deelyinspires.com/AIB to get your copy right now before it's released. Get an autograph. This is what I'm signing. She told you, change the race. Did you know, Lisa, that you have the authority or the power to change the race? I thought the race has always been picked for you. And then now I think about it in track, you have the 4 relay, you have the 100-yard dash, the 200 meters, cross country.
Yeah.
And they're all runners. And just because you're a runner does not mean that you have to run it in a specific race. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy, Lisa.
Absolutely. And
Wow.
running a different race, but you got to figure out who's running the same race that you're running. Everybody's moving in different directions. Who's running the same race that you're running?
Right. So if we can change our race, Ruby, how do we know which race to run? Because, see, I know I'm speaking from this place like as if I'm back at that dark place I was at one time. And I've read a lot of self-help books. I listened to a lot of motivational speakers. And it wasn't that I don't want to be successful. It wasn't that I didn't want to take action. But nobody told me the how. It's like, okay, do this, do that. But, okay, so how do I run? It's like you're telling this baby to walk, and you're not telling them one foot in front of the other. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on, So how do I know, if you're saying that I can change my race at any time, how do I know which one to run? The right one.
Yeah. That's another great question, and it's one of discovery. And Desiree, I've been exactly where you've been before, at that dark place, that rock bottom. And I actually started off writing as a poet, and I write this poem about, just resurrecting myself. And in the poem, because I'm a runner, I focus on the track. And what I found and what I learned is that learning where that race is, it's already inside of us. It's already downloaded, deposited inside of us. When we were created and when we were born, God gave us a purpose, and he put it inside of us. Now, how do we tap into that? If you look throughout your life, there are signs and clues. And one thing that I love to do, and one thing I'll be teaching in the book, is to really how to create that roadmap of your life. So a lot of people think that, okay, right now in my life, let's say 9 months ago or even a year ago, I was at actually a really low point. And if I would have only focused on, August 28th, 2015, where I was at, and saw that one data point, I wouldn't have realized that, okay, the year before was down here, and then here in 2015, I'm here, and I'm here. So even though I was at a low point, I was a lot higher than I had been. And sometimes we get so lost and so focused on that one piece of feedback that says, you failed, that you haven't made it. But I want to encourage people today and let them know that I will be teaching in this book that you're not alone, that failure is not your finish line, that you can get back up and you can discover where you're supposed to be, what race you're supposed to be in. There are clues in your life, and I'll show you that roadmap and how to figure out that roadmap, so you can get to where you want to go.
Wow, Ruby. Failure is not your finish line.
Yeah.
I hope that just resonated with someone who is tuning in with us right now. Failure is not your finish line. Make sure you guys are going to deeplyinspires.com/AIB. AIB. Let's give a round of applause for Ruby. Ruby, are you ready to autograph some books, honey?
I absolutely am. I was just like a lot of people who've been contacting me. I'm like, what is this online book signing that Desiree Lee has figured out? And I tried it out yesterday. I actually have my phone ready. I have a note for, so I'm really excited because I have what I like to think, and I just dropped it. I have what I like to think is a cool signature where I, kind of have a heart. And I was like, I wonder if I could do my heart inside the R. So I'm excited that I can use my phone and the pen on my phone and sign some books. So you guys go ahead to dleeinspires.com/AIB. Click on my name, and I'm looking forward to signing your ebook. And also check out my book there. You can purchase it for pre-order as well.
That's right. You can definitely purchase her book on pre-orders. And if you're wondering how in the world did she become a bestseller, and it's in pre-sales. Hello, bestsellers sell the best. She is an author in business, and she is here to serve you guys and make an impact. Ruby, I'm so amazed. Failure is not your finish line. I am going to be on that for the rest of the week. I want to say, you know what? In the words of Ruby Jackson, failure is not your finish line, because it's not. It's not, and we can definitely change our race. Where can somebody contact you in regards to it? You need to come speak at their event, or maybe a one-on-one consultation, or for you to just let them know, hey, like you said, you're not alone. How can they contact you and to obtain your services, and what services do you provide?
Yeah, so right now I can be contacted at Ruby A. Jackson on Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope. So I'm there, the same name, Ruby A. Jackson on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. And then on Facebook, I am R Action Jackson. So it's the letter R and Action Jackson. And you can contact me there. I'm actually working on just setting up the offerings that I'll be offering for others. And I'm excited that I'll be in the future offering coaching opportunities, life coaching opportunities. I'll be offering sports coaching, so for those who actually want to physically get out there and get running. And then I'm working on as well creating a community for runners, because I truly believe that everybody's running, and it will be a platform to share their stories, to share those stories of inspiration, to share, the stories that you're not alone out here, that, God hasn't forgotten you, He hasn't left you, And there are some amazing things. There's still work for you to do. So get in action and start creating momentum towards your goals. So again,
Get in
Desiree.
action, Jackson. What were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm
Oh
just so
no, I was just
excited.
going to say again. So Ruby A. Jackson on Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter, and then R. Action Jackson on Facebook.
That's right, Action Jackson, Ruby A. Jackson. Failure is not your finish line. I hope you guys are remembering that segment when I just said failure is not a finish line. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Ruby, for tuning in. For coming in on this online book signing. Thank you guys for you viewers who are watching this right now. Please make sure you guys are sharing this live stream out with your friends. This may bless somebody. You never know. We're giving away Amazon gift cards. So I hope you guys are paying attention and tuning in and supporting your fellow AIBs. There is no author left behind. You have to take action, okay? And it's not just action and movement, just like she shared with you guys, that it's not just running in place. And I think that's where we messed up at. I think that's why we came in 3 years, 4 years later, and we just been running in place. But if you definitely want to take another direction and move forward, okay, but not to the finish line of failure, but to your finish line of success and impacting others, make sure you guys are clicking on that link and going to dleeinspires.com/AIB. If you're viewing this for the first time, you are now tuned in to the Publish Now live online book signing, where we are signing ebooks right here on the spot. You heard it best from all of our authors here. They are standing by, checking their notifications, checking their emails to autograph your ebook right now live. If you've never seen it in action before, if you're in a little bit of disbelief, make sure you guys are going to our website, dleeinspires.com/, the letter A, the letter I, the letter B, and click on one of the authors' names. Make sure you guys are purchasing their books from Amazon.com, and also click on their names to get your book autographed. Thank you so much, Ruby, for coming in. Anna, thank you so much. LaShawn, thank you so much. And we want to go into, hey, Lisa, do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with the audience before we gear up to for our next author ring on her doorbell?
I think that we should give a gift away. I think we should give a prize away.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh!
we should encourage our viewers to take some action on a free session.
Yes! Yes, take some action. I love it. I think that's a really good thought, because if we give them an Amazon gift card, you know what? I'm going to give away 2 prizes in one. Okay? So what I'm going to do is give away a $10 Amazon gift card, and on top of that, we're going to give away a copy of my book, Publish Your Book on a Shoestring Budget. Author Hacks, Publish Your Book on a Shoestring Budget. Okay, so we're going to give this away. Now, I want you guys to answer this question. If you're viewing this live, if you're viewing on Periscope, if you're viewing on Facebook Live, I want you guys to take to answer this. The first person to answer this, we're keeping a tally. You will get an Amazon $10 gift card and a copy of my book, Author Hacks, Published on a Shoestring Budget. Ruby said what? What is not your finish line? You are not running to what finish line? What finish line are you not running to when you type in the word? Inside of the comment box, you will have the opportunity to win a $10 Amazon gift card and a copy of Author Hacks Published on a Shoestring Budget. Thank you to all of our viewers who are here watching this live. Please feel free. You'll see at the back on the bottom. Make sure you subscribe, because we have online book signings every month. Make sure you guys are subscribing to catch your latest, newest author here on our Publish Now event. Make sure you also are sharing this out with your friends and followers, because we want you guys to join in with us. We want you guys to come in with us and celebrate with us. If you are an author and you're doing this by yourself, now you can find security on doing this with a group of people who have your best interest in mind. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We want to go to our next author, Lisa. Our next author is, we have Tawana, we have Tony. Who is our next author who is celebrating tonight? You have to take your mic off of mute.
I'm just going to celebrate Tony. Let's go ahead and celebrate Tony.
Yes, Tony Napson. One word. Now, Lisa, I'm so happy that you chose Tony. Tony, I hope she's there. I hope I'm gonna ring that doorbell. Tony, are you there, sweetheart?
Unmute your phone, hon.
Tony, yes, Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, Tony, you know what? I checked you out, I looked at your book, but what was so powerful is one word. And this is why I love it, because we know there are a lot of people that know that words do have power. And there's a lot of people that already know and recognize that we think that we need a whole sentence to pray. We think we need a whole paragraph to have our affirmations. We think we need a whole thing to say it, but the title of your book is One Word. Okay? That resonated with so much because it was one word that I overcame my most darkest barriers, and that is the power of faith. Just faith by itself. I didn't realize how powerful that little tiny mustard seed was, and that was very, very powerful to me. And so when you say one word, before we get into who you are, I want you to start off. What is that one word for you that just magnifies, that just pushes you whenever you're there, whenever you find yourself in the rock and a hard place? What is that one word? And when you say that one word, everything moves for you. And I want you to let the people know who you are. Who is this person that stands behind this one word? Tony Maxson.
Thank you. First, let me just say thank you for the opportunity. Hi, everybody. That one word for me would be love. And love is because it's all around. It's love for yourself. It's love for God. It's love for everyone. I feel that when you have love, you can conquer everything else. When you have love, you can have peace. When you have love, there's joy. When you focus on the love, everything else just seems kind of minute. When I focus on the love and another sister doesn't speak to me, or a man says something to me about my short haircut or whatever, I can still walk in love because I know who I am and I know whose I am. And I know that love is the key.
Absolutely, absolutely. And okay, so when you say about love, like when you say about love, how far does love go? Like how far does this vibration, when you say love, how far does that one word go for you? Like, for somebody else
Well,
it may be power, it may be faith, but how far can love go? Is it just for that
for
moment?
No, for me, love is infinity. There is no end to love. And I have to tell you, like, about me and the place that I used to be in, was a woman that did not love herself, a woman that did not have that love around her growing up, didn't really know what it was. So I looked for love in all the wrong places. I looked for love in things instead of self. So for me, when I heard God tell me that He loved me right where I was, that changed my life. I recognized that I am wonderfully and fearfully made by Him. So that love carries me every day. I mean, when I tell you, when God gave me that, I remember the day like it was yesterday. It was back in 2008, and I had moved to Virginia. I was going through a divorce, and I was in my bedroom in the midnight hour, and God was dealing with me on some things. But in the midst of that, I heard Him say, "I love you." When I heard that, that was it. That love gives me strength every day, even to this day. That one word has changed my life.
Wow, wow, wow. And I know that one word today is changing someone's life. And just to hear, I love you, it does something. It does something that it's unexplainable. And when someone, to hear God say, I love you, it's tangible. Anna said earlier today, she said, look, I could not made it but without the love of God. In the midst of what I went through, I'm still loved. For LaShawn's husband to say, you know what, babe, and I'm not sure if they were married or they were courting at that time, but for him to pour into his wife and say, hey, I need you to decorate my home and this, that, and the other for me to be able to sell it, that was unconditional love. Like, even if you, without the fear of you messing up, I still love you. For Tawana, she said, "Hey, look, when you're on LinkedIn, it's building relationships, and when somebody pours into the next person and refers you to this person, and you make those connections, that is another form of love. It's not always intimacy, but for somebody to say, I love you." It goes so far, and that one word is powerful. Lisa, does that resonate with you too as well? I mean, I don't know when my mentor said, "I believe in you," I was like, "What you do? You believe in all this crap right here?" It's like, "What? You love me? I just might mess up tomorrow." you know, I just might mess up tomorrow. You know what?
And that's the good thing
Lisa,
about
I'm sorry.
that's the good
Go
thing
ahead,
about
Tony.
God and the love, because He loves you right where you are. You don't have to fix yourself. You don't have to, do all this, and you don't have to cross your T's and dot your I's. You don't have to get to a. He loves you right where you are. He loves you in the strip club. He loves you on the street. He loves you at the grocery store. He loves you, And when we, as people, not just women, but people can recognize that love, that love would give you that power to move forward and to love other people, to accept people for who they are and where they are, not pass judgment. Love people, just love them.
Right, just love on people. And Tony, I'm just grateful. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much. If you're tuning in right now, I'm emotional right now because I know how it resonated with me personally, and it's just refreshing to know that I wasn't the only one that went through something like that. And so, if you're just watching this now, you're now tuned in to the Publish Now live event, the live book signing, the Publish Now live book signing right now. Make sure you guys are going to dailyinspires.com/AIB and purchase your copy of One Word. In that book, you will know the power of not just love, but the power of the One Word ministry. You will get to touch hands and hear from her perspective and her experiences of the power of this one word. If you want to connect with her on a deeper level, you want to make sure you get this one word. Because as you're moving forward day by day, you want to make sure that you're equipped. Because if you do not know what to say in prayer, if you do not know what to say when you find yourself in the rock in a hard place, if you do not know what to say when you get on stage and you're speaking to 5,000 people, you just say that one word and find that comfort in love and be able to rock it out and speak from a place of love. I mean, I could go so far with this whole thing, Tony. I mean, you have just blessed me. It's like, you know what? You know what? Love. I forgot my whole speech, Tony, but I know I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to say my speech in love, okay? Make sure you guys are connected with Tony. Go onto the website, get your books autographed. Don't forget to share this out with your friends and followers. Let me go real quickly to share. Somebody is winning this $10 Amazon gift card. Somebody is winning this book, Publish Now on the Shoestring Budget. I said, what is that line that you are not running to? What is not your finish line? And the first person that answered it correctly was Sierra Brown. Congratulations, Sierra, for winning your $10 Amazon gift card and a copy of your book, of author hacks published on a shoestring budget. Congratulations to you, Sierra. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for everyone who participated, I have something special for you too as well. So thank you so much, Michelle Raleigh, for coming in. Andrea Jeffries, thank you so much for coming in. Linda, thank you for participating. Miss Danita Lewis, thank you so much. Kalila, a facilitator and also an AIB member, thank you so much. Taisha and Ketchy and Saladia, thank you so much for coming in too as well. Miss Kay Roycer, thank you so much for coming in and supporting Miss Tawana Ross. Also, Sandy Lewis. It's always good to see you too as well. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys are leaving this in the comment box too, in the chat box, so that we can definitely come in. How do you spell the acronym? It's AIB, which stands for Authors in Business. Linda said, I love the quote from Ruby. If you feel like you're running in place, then you're running the wrong race. So this is awesome that we are really touching lives and we are getting to the people. They're paying attention. They said, love is all you need, Tony. That's what they're saying, Tony Mapson. Love is all. That's the only word they need. One word, okay? One word, love. Hey, so Tony, Lisa, do you have any questions for Tony? Lisa, I don't think we can hear you. Okay.
First of all, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for your book. When you were talking about it, I was in tears, and I was holding back every emotion. Just not, getting emotional, and it's so true. Even when people are at their lowest point in their life, then all they hear is that one word. It brings them hope, and gives them strength to continue to move on. So thank you so much for writing that book and for inspiring others through your message.
Right. It takes courage. It does take courage to write a book. It takes a lot of courage when you're spilling the beans about your personal life, or you're just being transparent, and not just that, but sometimes we got to go back and open some old wounds, some things that we try to suppress, some things that we put a whole bunch of stacks of band-aids on, and to reopen that scab or that peel that back to share, it's a lot. So Tony, what would you say to the person who wants to write a book and they don't know where to start?
I would tell them to just start. Find your passion and then write. For me, my passion is just that, again, everything for me falls back on love. I can't give you the whole story, but I never thought that I would write a book. Matter of fact, it didn't even start as a book. I started as a daily post, January 2015. Just one word each day I wrote about. And at the end of the month of January 2015, he told me to set the words down. He told me to write them down, and I did. And I walked away for a whole year. And then the beginning of this year, God led me back to the words. And I sat down and just started writing. And in the process of that, he started showing me the book. He showed me the name. I mean, I was just like, okay, you want me to do what? Didn't know anything about publishing a book. Didn't know anything about, I didn't know anything. But if you just start, the doors will open up for you. So just start. Like we all can't reach everybody. But for me, I know that God has purposed this book, and it's not about me. It's all about Him. And so that is what I would say to another author, is to start writing. Call yourself an author and start writing. If you start with one sentence, then you can get the rest.
That's right. That deserves a round of applause. That deserves a round of applause, because I think that's what it is. I think the fear comes from starting and then making sure there's people around you to help you finish. Yes, that's right. Call those things into existence that be not as though they were. So if you're watching this right now, you are in tune with Publish Now Online Book Signing Live event. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are clicking on that link, dailyinspires.com/AIB to get your copy of one word. And I have gifts and surprises. I feel like giving something out before I ask Tony another question. So when I'm this tomorrow, we're going to get to know Tony a little bit more further. Hey, look, the first person who tells me what is Tony's one word, what is Tony's one word, you will definitely win an Archon mount. Okay, you will definitely win an Archon mount from our sponsors, Archon. Make sure you guys are visiting archon.com and make sure you guys are purchasing your favorite mounts to do your live streams, your broadcasts, your book signings, and everything in between. Use the word Deeply Inspires to get 20% off of any product that you purchase there on archon.com. So the first person to say what is the one word, okay, that Tony uses, make sure you put that inside the comment in the chat box here on YouTube live stream, and we will definitely send your gift out to you ASAP. Tony, what I want to know is how can the viewers who are watching right now, we have 20 plus viewers who are watching live right now. We have a few on Periscope. We have some people who are watching on a Facebook live stream. How can somebody keep up with you, what it is that you're doing? How can they meet you? How can they touch hands with you? How can they fellowship? Or even pour into your ministry?
Okay. I actually have a website, and it's called www.wordsbymapson.com. Each morning, I post an inspirational message. It also includes what's upcoming for me. I do have an in-person book signing coming up on September the 5th at Nubian Bookstore in Jonesboro, I believe is the location. And I also am actually being honored at a Women on a Mission Award ceremony in October. I actually also have another book that I released. Both of my books are on Amazon. And just a little bit about one word. It focuses on one word for 30 days. I tell you about the word. I give you biblical reference, and each day ends with a prayer and a scripture. It's a very quick read. And then my second book is called Daily Prayer, and that one is a 14-day devotional. And I am too going to have that translated into Spanish. Just go to my website, wordsbymapson.com, and then I have a Facebook page. It's One Word for Life Ministry. And I've started a ministry from one word because God has told me that was the purpose. And the purpose is to give back. So I give back to other ministries and organizations with the proceeds of my books and future books to come. I've already had one recipient, which was Sisters Empowerment Network. They work with victims of domestic violence, and I was able to bless them with a small seed. So the whole purpose of One Word for Life Ministry is to give back, because I do, again, realize it's not about me. It's all about Him. And that's what I want to do, spread the gospel of Jesus Christ and to give back. So you can find me on Facebook, and you can find me on Twitter at EverReady, and you can find me on Instagram at One Word for Life.
Hey, there you have it. Thank you so much for pouring into other people's lives selflessly. I'm a firm believer that the more we pour into other people's lives selflessly, then they'll give other people permission to do the same. I mean, we didn't get here at this point in our lives by ourselves. It was someone else who poured into us selflessly to be able to pour into someone else's life too as well. So, Tony, I commend you. I celebrate you as an author of business. Thank you so much for what you're doing for the life of the people. And I cannot wait to meet you on Women on a Mission Awards as we celebrate.
I can't wait to meet you.
Oh my gosh, it's going down. It's crazy.
No.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and go sign those ebooks, Sister Girl. Check your account. Check those email notifications too. And let's sign some books. Okay? Make sure you guys are clicking on the link dailyinspires.com/AIB to get your book.
This is exciting. It's so much fun. Desiree, I'm not sure what's wrong with your connection on that side, but we're having a hard time hearing you. But I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody. I'm excited for what you guys are doing. And Tony, again, thank you for pouring into us and just for your spirit and just I appreciate you. I truly, truly appreciate you, and I'm excited to get to know you more as well. So thank you. But yes, we are definitely having fun. We're having fun, and who should we have next? I know that we have Tanya. Are you in here? Maybe Tanya's not in here.
Tanya, is the connection better? Can you guys see me better now?
We can see you, but we can't hear you. The connection when we're trying to hear you is very staticky.
Well, all of the questions are getting answered, so I don't know. I hear myself clearly. I'm just messing with you. Of course, I hear myself. I'm the one that's talking.
Well, I'm here, ladies.
Is it really bad? Tanya, we can hear you. We can't see your beautiful face, though, honey.
Okay, give me 1 second. It's Tanya.
Tanya, get it right, Elise.
Let me see. Let me try.
Just go ahead and click on, while you're doing that, just click on the camera on the top of your desktop or your laptop if you're doing that. So while you're doing that, let's
Can
go
you hear
ahead
me
and give
still?
away.
No.
Definitely can hear you. Just click on the camera at the top.
I don't even know what happened. Hello?
We can hear you. We just can't see you, Tanya.
Well, while we're doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce Tanya, right? Did I get it right, Tanya? Is it Tanya? I don't want to be messing up your name. Hello, can you hear us? It's my connection. Lisa, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's still really choppy, though.
Okay, let me try something. Hear me now. Hello? Oh, Lord have mercy.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
It's very, very faint.
Oh, Lord, but as long as you guys can hear me, if I can't refresh it. If I refresh it, we're going to lose everyone.
Maybe it's your earphones.
Maybe it's the earphones. Lisa, take it away. Tanya is back. I just saw her face. Let's celebrate Tanya. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us. Take it away.
We still can't hear you. Tanya, are you still with us? I saw her a minute ago, but I can't see her. Tanya, I can't see you now. I saw you a minute ago. Okay. All right. So while we're waiting for Tanya to come back on, who else can... Okay. Anna, can you hear me clear?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure who is.
I think Tanya went out and she's going to come back in.
Okay. All right. Did you give another giveaway while we're waiting, Desiree? All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and do another giveaway. We have left. We have left. Do we have any Archon mounts left that we can give away?
There goes Tanya.
All right. So there she was.
Oh.
Tanya, we can't see you now. Try and unmute your phone for me, and then turn your camera on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
There
Hello.
she is.
There you are.
Yes.
The switch. My tablet froze up on me.
Awesome, awesome. We are excited. We are excited to introduce you to Tanya and tell us about your book. Tell us about what you're doing, and take it away.
Okay. Hello to Abby, and again, my apologies. My sorry about that. But I am TJ Miller, and I have a business that I call TJ Miller LLC, but I'm an author myself, and a coach. But we've written, or rather, actually, project. I think 200 because each project we've released, we did some sort of a journal or workbook or guide for each one, and that's kind of the plan that we're planning to go forward with. But our first project is what we call Mind Matters, and the book itself pretty much talks to you about getting out of your head and jumping back into life because sometimes you get stuck, and we want to help people learn how to get unstuck back on purpose. Because at the core of our brand and our business, our core principle, purpose, action, and effort. So we talk along those lines, and so that's what we did discuss. I'm sure that it's really cool. And the journal, which only is available in print on Amazon, but unfortunately you can't find those. I don't have them in Kindle. It's just you got to work in them. They're available on Amazon and also on my website too. But the journal we call it Get Your Mind Right Journal. Basically, we're asking you the questions. A lot of times you don't want to ask yourself like you really aren't ready to do the work sometimes, but if you want to get your mind right and if you want to get unstuck, we're going to ask you those questions because we're going to expect you to do the work because we want you back on purpose. And so we know that you're getting this book because that's at the end of it, as hard as it may be, that's what you want. So we're going to try and get you there. And then our second project, oh, I'm sorry, we released this. We released our Mind Matters project end of October, November last year. So that was our first project that we released. Our second project we released this past Mother's Day. It was very special. It's called Things My Mama Said, and that's the cover for that. So if you can't tell, that's me. That's me. And then that's my mom right there. Okay. But I have a blog that I've been doing. It's called Talking with Tanya, and that's where you'll actually find us on all social media is under Talking with Tanya. And so on the blog, I would always either in a post or some, I do posts kind of like a more of a blog type, maybe a little longer. And then sometimes we just do shorter ones. But either way, you may hear me say something like, well, my mama would say this or my granny would say that. And so I guess people were like, your mom just would say some crazy stuff, but it's real. And I think just after a while, I was like, she did. And, I think I want to do something with that. So I kind of brainstormed with my siblings, my siblings and my older cousin, who's pretty much like a big sister to me. And I said, hey, let's just brainstorm. Just start telling me all the different stuff, the crazy stuff mama would say back in the day, and let's just go with it. And so that's what I did. And I got permission. I tell people I got my disclaimer. I didn't get it in writing, but I got my disclaimer because if you can see, or if you go online, Amazon, my mom she did the forward. So she wouldn't have did the forward if she didn't give the blessing. So fast forward in the book, you'll have about 20 different stories about me telling our stories, about 20 of them, and the sayings my mom would say and the life lessons that go along with it. So in a nutshell, the book, Things My Mama Said, is about love and life, the love of our mom trying to teach us how to do life right. And then in the prayer journal, this one right here, that's me again. This one is also, it's available in print on Amazon and on my website too, but of course it's not available on e. If you can see, it's kind of thick, so it's real work in there, real work. And it's part prayer journal and part devotional. And so within that, you will see um, us talking to you about pretty much the title itself it will give it to you. Mama said there'll be days like this. So very much kind of still going along the vein of what's in the book, but also mind matters. You know, you're going to have days, you're going to have stuff, but you got to get over it because purpose is calling you. There's so much that you have to do. You can't let the things that happen stop you. You got to keep going. We addressed that. She wrote prayers in the book as well and contributed in a couple of other different ways. And so that's project 2. We're working on project 3. Fingers crossed we will have it out before Christmas, preferably Thanksgiving. So that's what we do on.
And I just want to say I am extremely proud of. I have a question for you, though. For those who are viewing this right now, you are now tuned in to the Publish Now Live online book signing. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. I'm listening very well. I can hear you. Did you go away?
Wait. I think I went away. You can hear me, Kenya, right?
I can hear you. I mean, it's still muffled, but I can hear you. We can make it work. No worries.
This is a really good question I got going on over here.
I can hear you. I mean, I think I'll repeat it back to make sure, and all you have to do is tell me yes or no to make sure I got it correct. So.
Okay. When somebody is stuck in your first book, Mind Matters, somebody is stuck. A lot of times people don't know they're stuck. They think they're grinding. They think they're doing well. They think they're moving forward. They think they're successful. And in their minds, they are. But sometimes, how does somebody know? Somebody watching right now, how does somebody know I'm stuck and it's okay to ask for help?
I mean, I guess to answer your first part of it, how do they know? I would say they know because there's no forward momentum. Going back to what Miss Ruby Action Jackson shared earlier, when she said the comment about, it's like running in place and you're running and you're going in the wrong race or the wrong direction. Very similar to that. You can tell when you're not going forward in purpose because you're not going anywhere. You can tell when you're stuck. You're moving, and that's maybe you might not even be moving, but you're moving, but there's nothing coming out of it. There's no forward momentum. There's no progress. There's no anything. And you're not, at the end of the day, you're not getting to vision. You're not getting to destiny. You're not walking and moving forward in purpose, and you don't feel the passion behind you that supports that. So you're stuck because none of those 4 things, purpose, passion, vision, and destiny, are being fulfilled in your life and at that moment. And so what was the second part? I know there was a second part. I think I missed.
How does somebody, you're so right, you're so right. You have to have that traction. You have to have that momentum. You have to be able to move forward. But if I'm standing here and I think I'm moving forward and I need your help, I need to take your coaching class, what would be one thing? How do I know I need your coaching class? You said, okay, this is going to help you get set because your mind matters. This is going to help you get
I mean, as I was saying, you know you're stuck because at the end of the day, when you do the heart check and you do the heart check to and really think about the things that you know that make you happy, the things that you know you want to do in life. If none of them are being fulfilled and you're feeling stressed out about them or overwhelmed or uneasy, if none of them are happening, not to say that it's supposed to happen right away or anything like that, but if you don't feel any type of progress in the purpose of your life, you don't feel any type of vision and direction for your life, you just feel you're here and there's no reason, there's no existence, that's how you know it. That's how you know you're stuck when and the one thing that I'll make sure I say is this. In Mind Matters, we're not in the journal, we may be telling you get your mind right, but we still are going with you through the process. We're not like, okay, let's get your mind right, let's do this, let's go, because it's supposed to happen. Right. That's not what it is. In the book itself, it's a roadmap and it's a journey. One of the things that we tell everybody is that when you're stuck, when you're in a place to where you're in your own head and you aren't even here in the here and now, so to speak, I can't expect for you to get out of that. I can't expect for it to be just something that just happens and you're good. And so we walk you through that journey. We take you through those steps. It's not something that we even expect to happen overnight. We're going through each part of it. And so if I'm talking to someone and say, hey, why would I even need Mind Matters? Like, what is that about? How would that help me? We're going to tell you that it's going to help you because it's going to take you through some of the things that you don't even want to acknowledge, some of the things that you don't even want to admit, let alone to anybody or yourself. We're going to walk through that and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the stinking thinking. We're going to talk about the thinking and making stuff so big that it's so far out that we can't get it, or we make it so big that we don't even expect to have it because it's so far out and so difficult to reach. So we talk about all of that. We talk about how you think in ways that you need to really look at changing how you do it, and just a lot of different aspects of it. Not necessarily from a clinical standpoint. Our forward is from a licensed clinical professional and doctor. I'm a master certified. I'm board certified as a master life coach. I may look young, but I'm a little older than I look. And we talk to you, from a practical standpoint, but we do really dig in and we ask those hard questions, and then we give you the tools and tips on it. But our heart of it is, if you want the change, we're here for you, and we're going to help you to figure that out. Because you can't control everything. That's actually one of the chapters. A lot of times people want to control everything. And we can't do that, so we talk even about that.
Lisa, unmute yourself.
I
Okay, now we can hear you. I have something to say, my co-host.
I kept on muting myself and then muting back. I don't know. All right. Now, if you had to describe purpose to anyone that didn't know what it was, or if they knew what theirs was, what would you tell them?
It's your reason for being. It's your why. In the easiest form, that's when I get the question, because that is the number one question I get. How do I know what my purpose is? How do I know why I'm here? What am I supposed to do? It's your reason for being. It's your why. If at the end of the day you were to close your eyes, do you know why you were here and what you were supposed to have done in all that time? And if you know it, that's your purpose. It's your whole. It's what if. Of course, everybody says it's what you would do if you didn't have to get paid, but it's beyond that. It's your reason. It's your core. It's your essence. It's the reason that you do what you do. beyond working. It's past that. It's your why.
That is powerful. That is such a powerful statement. And I just want to know, there's some people that don't have a why. There's some people that don't have a reason, or maybe the reason left this earth, or maybe their why has gone away, or maybe they lost their why. What do you say to that person that doesn't have a reason? They gave up hope. They have no more options. What would be that push into their purpose? What would be that answer? What would you say to someone who might be in that dark place right now? They say, you know what, Tanya? I don't have one because I don't have my reason no more. I don't have that. What do you say to them? Like, what do you say to them?
I would say to them, let's do some work. Let's do some digging. Because somewhere down the road and down the path, your why got confused with trying to figure out the how or the when or the where, or it got sidetracked by other people's who, where, why, and how, and when. And so um, that's where we would start digging. And that's where we would really probably even kind of some of the things we ask about in the journal is really getting into that. We start digging in. We start digging in to figure out, okay, so we don't know the purpose, but what does make you happy? What do you feel best at when you're doing? What brings you joy? And if there's not something, I'm going to tell you there's something. At the end of the day, it's something. It may not be as conventional. It may not be the thing that most people would expect from you. Like they may look and say, "Oh no, that's not you. That wouldn't be you." No, it is, and we'll work with that, and we'll talk about it. But it's something. And we go back to the passion and figure out where did it stop, where did it lose its fire.
Oh my gosh, Tanya. I mean, if I had a handkerchief, I'll throw it at your sister girl. If we're in the same place, I would give you the biggest hug ever because you said it. If you don't know your purpose, it's because it got lost in trying to figure out how, what. I don't have. And a lot of times we go on that illusion that we need this. We need that in order to have a why in our purpose. And you just said it so greatly. And I'm so thank you so much for that. Yes, you're right. They need to know. It may got lost in there and it's to find security and to know I can go to Tanya and find out and get some resources, and she's going to help me dig through this, peel all the layers of the onion, go back in my attic and find something inside of that box. Oh, where's my why? Where's my purpose? And where's my passion? Tanya, thank you so much for coming out here on the online book signing. I have the question.
Thank you, Desiree.
I just love those hidden claps because they help me out so much in the midst of this. Thank you guys so much for your patience, for the viewers who are watching. I want to give away another $10 Amazon gift card. My apologies for all the loudness, but we are here with our sponsor, Starbucks, at Starbucks here in Georgia, who are allowing us their space in order to do our Amazon online book signing. Thank you to our sponsor, Archon Mounts. We're giving us mountain giveaways to give to our guests. Here's the question, guys. If you've been watching, she said, if you don't know your purpose, if you don't know your why, tell me, what is it that you saw in the back? What are you focusing on if you don't know your purpose, you don't know your why? The first person who answers that question, they'll get a free Amazon $10 Amazon gift card mailed to them and shipped to them right away. Lisa, any final thoughts? All of our authors are so amazing tonight.
I really,
Do you have any thoughts, Lisa?
I can't say it enough. I'm just proud of all of you guys. I'm proud of the testimonies and the stories that you guys have shared, the impact that you guys are each going to make in somebody's life. My favorite quote that one of my coaches has told me in the past was, your story isn't for everybody, but it is for somebody. And when that somebody hears it, you will know. And just know that your story is impacting so many people's lives, and if not so many, at least one. And each of your stories has touched me tonight in a different way, and I just want to thank you guys for coming on and for being a part of this online book signing for everybody to celebrate you and your success. You guys have come so far, and we celebrate you every single day, and so thank you. Can we get some hand claps, Desiree? What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I know nobody can hear me, but we heard those hand claps, though, huh?
We sure did. We sure did.
I want to have the opportunity to say something. I don't know if we can just go down the line and allow everybody to give their last final thoughts to the viewer who's saying, if you guys can take at least 2 minutes to give your last final thoughts to all of our viewers out there. Anna, we'll start with you.
Anna, unmute yourself, hon.
Sorry. Okay. I just want to say thank you to you, Desiree. I want to say thank you for everybody who's at home watching, wherever you are. This was just truly an amazing experience. This whole journey is amazing. I'm excited to see where God is going to take me and the rest of our AIB authors. And I'm just overjoyed right now. And I look forward to seeing all those authors signing some books tonight. I know I'm over here signing some already. And I thank those who are buying and purchasing my book right now. And the Stand Up Teen Mom will be out on October 22nd. So go and get it.
Thank you so much, Anna, for being a part. LaShawn, do you have any words that you would like to share?
Unmute yourself, LaShawn.
I'm unmuted. Thank you, Lee, for this opportunity to celebrate the new release of my book. I appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate everyone who has tuned in. And just please, if you are going to put your property on the market, be sure to stage it. It adds value, and it creates an emotional response and an emotional relationship with the property for buyers. You want to do it. It's very important. So also check out my book, Outshine Your Competition, Home Staging Strategies to Sell Your Property Faster Than Your Competitors. And you can check me out on social media. I am all across the board at Accents Bay Area.
Thank you so much, LaShawn. Kisses to you guys. Ruby, can you please let us know how can we contact you? Any final last thoughts? Make sure you unmute your mic, sweetheart.
Yes, so I just wanted to say thank you to all of the viewers, all of the readers, everyone checking this out on the replay. Thank you guys for tuning in to celebrate us. We are definitely here to serve you. And like Lisa said, you know, one of our stories resonates with you. If mine does with you, I want to just remind you that failure is not your finish line. Your race is not over. So go ahead and find that PACE group, that group of runners. I found mine here with the AIB group who are pushing me and encouraging me just to move forward and make momentum on my goals and reach the victories in my life. So I just wanted to encourage you and remember and remind you that failure is not your finish line. You can find me and connect with me on Periscope, Instagram, and Twitter at Ruby A. Jackson. And on Facebook, it's R Action Jackson.
Wonderful, wonderful, Action Jackson. I so love that. I was going into the Facebook live stream and they're saying, yes, exposure is not my finish line. So you definitely made an impact, and that is just so totally awesome. Tony, do you have any last words that you would like to impart? I mean, I know we say one word, but can you please bring to us more than one word tonight? Any
can hear you. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm not sure.
I would just like to say first, thank you for the opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hear me?
It keeps breaking up, but we can hear you.
Can you
Yes, we can. We can definitely hear you. If you could just give us some last closing words.
I just wanted to ask everybody or empower everyone to find your word. Find that word that resonates for you. Because my word was love, but somebody else's word might be peace, or it might be joy, or it might be faith. But find that one word that resonates for you, and then go with it. And just when you wake up in the morning, repeat your word to yourself. If you just need to affirm yourself, I just want you to, when you read one word, I just want you to find that word. It's only 30 words. There's so many more words out there besides the 30 that God gave me. But I want every person to find their word. Because that word, when you find it, you'll be able to use it when you're down. You'll be able to use it when you're up. You'll be able to use that word. So that's the word. That's the words I want to leave with you guys tonight. Find your word. Find your word. Find your word.
Well, I hope they're looking because I found mine. My word is together. We're going to do this together as one. We move as one. And that's my word for tonight. So thank you so much, Tony, for imparting that on us. Tanya, Tanya, are you there, honey? Sweet pea.
I'm here.
You know what? I can't. I'm going to get you second book tonight, sweetheart, because I want to say the things that our mothers told us. And I was that girl who yearned for a relationship with my mother as a teenager and didn't have that. And so, what I really love about imparting those words of wisdom into you, to where you and your sister, you guys are able to share it to others. So, if there's a parent out there, you guys leave some words for your kids to hold on to. So, Tanya, what can you say to your last final words, not just on how important our mind is, but the importance of imparting wisdom in our children's mind, those words that they love? What are a few words that you can leave with the audience viewing right now?
I would definitely say, actually, the books coincide so much together, but um, it, anything when I speak or when I share, even in the books, after God and my husband, I thank my parents because my dad did not graduate from high school, my mother did not finish college, but I was the first person in my family to graduate from college and with a master's degree and possibly a doctorate in the future as well. And the reason is because my parents always told me I could do anything. And they always told me that I could, whatever I set my mind to do, I could do it. And nobody could put limits on me but myself. And so, even in my matters, we talk to you, the only limits that are on you are the ones you put on yourself. And as a parent, you know, if you're, I'm not a parent, I'm an auntie. We don't have kids yet, but you know, as a parent, the advice I would give to you is that your kids are listening, and the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. They're listening to all of it, and so make sure whatever you're saying that there's a message in it, and that the message is one that will grow them and not kill them. Make sure it's a message that is one that will uplift them and not tear them down. Make sure it's a message it's with the power, the purpose, the passion, the vision that's within them, and not other things that others may try and label them as. Make sure that when you see your child or you even see yourself, you see the best version of you and the one that you know at the end of the day, as Dr. Miles Monroe would say, if you were to die, that you know you've left everything here because you've done it all on purpose. So, you know, that's what I would say. Your parent is your first cheerleader, and make sure And so if you haven't, definitely buy my books. But, connect with us at tanyjmiller.com. Online, that's where you can get our books and our other products. You see I have on one of our shirts today. And also follow us on social media under Taco Tanya. Thank you so much, Desiree. I appreciate the opportunity. You worked with me when I was sick and shut in.
No author left behind, okay? No author left behind. That's what it's about. And so I don't know who we're going to serve. We never know who we are assigned to serve during this season. And I don't want to limit that. So I'm so glad that all of us came together as one and to support each other as one and to be able to impart some wisdom into our audience too as well. That means so much to me because, again, I remember what it felt like to do things by myself, alone, no support at all. Tawana, our AIB featured author, I just want to say before we close, Tawana, she's going to give us some thoughts, and also we're going to end our Publish Now Alumni book signing with Lisa Halls, our guest host for tonight, our facilitator also too as well. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for believing in this vision for us to run together and that there is no author left behind. I encourage you guys to continue to do this and walk on your path. And just thank you so much for your relentlessness. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but you guys have done it. And for that, I am proud of you. And I believe in you. Tawana, let us know what is going on. Our last thoughts for the evening.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Desiree, for this platform. Again, I am super excited for you because watching your journey has been so inspiring. And happy birthday to Super Nevaeh. I am a huge, huge fan of Super Nevaeh. I just absolutely adore that little girl. So thank you for her inspiration as well. And of course, thank you to all the people who did buy my book and make it a #1 bestseller within the first 6 hours of it being published. And of course, I must thank my clients because my clients instill their trust in me. And it's not only an investment in their future, but it really is what keeps me getting up every day, and it's what makes me put my feet on the floor every day, and knowing that I get to inspire somebody's life every single day. And my clients know that my job is to help them go from being the hunter on LinkedIn to being the hunted, so that they're not the ones with their hands up looking for attention, that people actually come to them because their brand stands out on the platform. And so I invite people to reach out to me, of course, on LinkedIn as Tawana Ross, but on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter at My Coach Tawana. And by all means, if you send me a personalized connection request on LinkedIn, I will accept it. And please put D. Lee somewhere in that connection request so that I know that you joined us for this event tonight. And thank you again. It's been so awesome, and I can't wait to read the books of the other authors.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tawana. Thank you so much. You said it very well. I think I'm going to have to come to you to get the pitch together because, honey, you done it very well. And I'm going to tell someone today that you said her thoughts. I'm going to let her watch this movie. She's like, oh my gosh, mommy. So thank you for inspiring her and believing in her to keep going through because it is a village and I can't just be mommy by myself. I do need other people to support and to encourage her along the way. Lisa, go ahead, take us over and out. This has been a phenomenal time, has it not?
Absolutely, absolutely. We invite everybody to join us tomorrow night for the author of the month. It's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have been chosen to be the author of the month. So please come and support me, but come and support the authors of, because I could not be where I am without all of you. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for being just my rock through my journey. It's been a long journey, but I am here, and so thank you. And like I said, I couldn't do it with all of you guys. Thank you all for being here tonight, for joining us, and for celebrating all of the authors in business and their success. And we love you guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Anything else, Desiree?